first question, nice and simple. Can you tell me a little bit about yourselves, please?
Well, hi, my name's Sue. I live locally. I used to be a teacher, but I gave up teaching some time ago and now have a whole range of interests and hobbies.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Nurhayet Kiraz. I'm a housewife, I'm a mom. Staying home with the kids, helping them and carrying them all around. I don't work, so I'm busy with art. Try to find my own art, actually. So I try lots of things.
Excellent. And do you two know each other before today? Have you ever met each
No.
We just met, actually.
We bumped into each other over there and just got talking. But I feel like I've known you quite a long time.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, my first question is, what do you think about most?
What do you think about?
What do you think about most?
Actually, what I think about the most thing is about my religion. How to be a good Muslim. Actually, everything what I do daily, we have to think about things what we have to do and not to do. That's the most thing I think in my life, and then enjoy afterwards. That's it.
And how about yourself? What do you think about
Mine
most?
sounds trite in comparison with a life thinking about religion. Probably all the things I'm involved in. I do a bit of volunteering and it should be enjoyable, but it ends up actually being quite stressful, to be quite honest. And you kind of think it was easier going to work. But I don't ever think about religion, to be quite honest. So we're total opposites in that respect.
Yeah. For me, it's very important. I mean, it doesn't matter what I do. For me, my first priority is my religion.
So my follow-up question to that is, how do you spend your time?
Actually, I spend my time, most of the time I'm hanging around, doing daily things at home, and afterwards I make time for myself, for my art. So I go a couple of days in the week art classes, and I also do online courses at home, also drawing. So lots of things with art. And sometimes also I make time for my friends. We hang out outside. That's it. And then I'm full. Fill my dish up full.
Spend quite a bit of time meeting friends and sitting in coffee shops and things. But I do quite a bit of volunteering. I do some volunteering at a tennis club, lots of typing and admin, and I also do a lot of family history research, where I help people research their family histories. I've kind of done a lot of mine, but a lot of other people like help. So that's quite an interesting hobby. And art gets a bit on the sideline, but I kind of saw this and I thought, I need to get back into doing some art.
Excellent. So what is well-being and health to you? What does it mean to you, well-being and health?
Do you mean on a personal level or
Yes,
in terms of
on
other
a personal
people?
level, what does it mean to you?
Well, I think it's all too easy to find a lot of things very stressful in life, and I think it's quite hard sometimes to find enough time to relax and to have any sort of self-care. I volunteer for other people, but I tend to think sometimes, do I take enough care over my own health and whatever, because I'm always busy. So it's an awareness, I think, that probably needs to be more important than probably it is at the moment.
I think I'm the opposite, actually. I make too much time for myself. I mean, I try. Because, I have little kids, so I'm always busy with them. So if I have the opportunity to have time for myself, I really make time for myself just to relax. Sometimes I think it's very important for people to make time for yourself, even if it is for a couple of hours, even for 1 hour. I always say if you make time for yourself, then you can think clearly about your life, about doing things. So it's important. Otherwise, if you live too fast, I feel like the life is so short. I feel like that because I think I'm going to stress all the time. I can't get, because you want to be everywhere, but you can't, and that makes me stressed. So that's why I try to live slowly and make time for myself. And otherwise it's too fast. And I read actually about it. If you live too fast, you live short. I'm not sure if it is right, but I feel like it is. And so, yeah.
So, how do you keep healthy and well?
How do you keep healthy and well? I try to not to stress. Think positively. I try to be positive, and I actually say also to my friends or someone who I know, if they are making about little things big, problems. So I say always, please, that's nothing, think positively. I always say, put pink glasses on, see the world better. So I try to be positive much possible as I can, but it's not easy, of course, always, but I try to be positive. I think that positiveness helps people being healthy. That's what I'm thinking.
I agree, positivity is really important. I think my other bit might have sounded a bit negative. I would kind of think about things like eating healthily, conscious of food, etc. Conscious of sleep and the importance of sleep. Trying to actually tackle that at the moment, and it helps looking at that. I play tennis, so that's exercise and things like that. But I think you're right in terms of so many people are rushing around doing so many things that it's just piles up the pressure and the stress, really.
If you're, sorry for my English, but I always say if you're, how do you say it? Physically and mind is, positive and healthy, then you can do so much things, because then you want to eat things what you want, you enjoy with little things. So if you are not healthy in your mind and I don't know if I say it right, physically or so that helps. That's what I think. If I'm not all right, then I don't want to eat, then I don't want to enjoy anything. So that's for me very important, and I think it's for all people is the same. I think. If you don't feel right, not well, you don't want to do anything, right? You sit and then depressed at home, like, oh, I don't want to do, because you think about these little things and you make it a big thing, and try to get over it. And it's not easy, but I always say it's not easy. It's easier to talk, but that's what I'm trying for myself.
So my next question is, what does the word inspire mean to you?
Inspire.
I suppose it's kind of having a starting point that leads me off into all different directions. You might be inspired because it's a sunny day to go on a walk, but you might be inspired because you see a picture to connect and go off in different directions. You might read something and be inspired to reference, look into it in a bit more detail. I think it can mean no end of things, actually. It's a starting point.
I agree with you, Or you can be inspired by people. Or an artist, So, there are so many things, actually. It has to touch you, I think. So, Oh yeah, can be everything.
So my next question is, what inspires you?
Oh. Actually, yeah, art. Every kind of art. It has to, yeah, every kind. Sometimes I look on YouTube channels. So many arts, and then I can't decide which one I want to try. So yeah, I think mostly paint arts.
It could be a photograph that I see and I think, oh, that's quite clever. I saw a photograph in a book there and I thought, oh, that's a really clever idea. So I might then think, oh yes, maybe try something similar. But I think music is quite inspiring as well, actually. You know, I might think, oh, that'd be quite interesting to just take a little extract from that song and maybe do something artistic with that, or a book. Lots of things. I wouldn't say there was any wrong thing, really.
So my next question, everyone kind of interprets in a different way. And again, there's no right or wrong here, but when you're feeling inspired, what does it feel like in your body? Is it a physical sensation in the body, or how does inspiration feel to you?
I think it's quite uplifting in a way. To be inspired. You know, the day-to-day existence can be a bit not necessarily very exciting. And then
Exciting, yeah.
And then, you know, something crops up and you think, oh yes, actually, I remember I felt good when I investigated that, or, oh yes, I know doing particular art is, it's quite a relaxing thing, you totally shut off to other things. And I think that's why it's quite good to get involved in things. And so I was talking to you about some art I'd done, started at 10 in the morning, finished at 4. I didn't think about anything else. I cut off everything apart from that. And I don't think there are that many opportunities for people to do that.
So when you're inspired, how does it feel to you?
I mean, I like to paint, so if I see something and then I feel like, oh, I can do this, you know, that's, I'm very curious if I can do it. I don't know how to say it, but actually very, oh God, I don't know how to say it. Yeah, I'm not nervous, you know, oh, I can do that. Hey, this is something that belongs to me, you know? So I feel like everything with paint, that's in my group. I can do this. So that's why I tried lots of things, if I can do it or not. But yeah,
Excellent.
actually feel happy feeling. Actually, oh, that's nice. I can do this, and it will be. And then I'm thinking, and then I try to dream about it. Oh, I can do it, and I hang it on my walls, and you know. Yeah.
Excellent. So when you're inspired, do you get like a physical sensation in your body of inspiration, or is it more kind of, you said happiness there, and emotion?
Actually, yeah, still a little bit, I think. That happiness, like, and if I finish it and I see, oh, I can do it, I feel proud of myself and happy that I read something, you know. Maybe it's also because, normally I don't work, so I'm sitting at home. You know, I feel like, hey, art is something that belongs to me. It's all mine, without kids and the rest. So yeah, I feel also very proudness. Actually, hey, I can do this. This is what I can. You know, proudness and happiness together, all that feeling.
And for you, is it a kind of an emotion, or is it a physical sensation?
I think it's, as I said, it's this idea that you cut off from other stuff, and therefore, inevitably, I think physically, your body must relax subconsciously. But you know, I think that's why you could spend quite a long time doing something that was inspiring, and forget or sort of lose all sense of time almost. And that must be a physical reaction that you're not immediately, your brain isn't sort of chugging over with all things that you've got to do. But it's not a conscious thing, I don't think. At all.
Sounds very zen, very relaxed and yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
You relax also, right?
Yes.
So my next question is, where do you feel most inspired?
Well,
Where? So is there a certain location or a place?
actually, where I now paint, I like that place the most because I feel relaxed. That gives me inspiration. There are also other painters around me, artists, and they are very good. So yeah, I feel most relaxed actually at that place. So,
Probably art galleries, actually. If you go to an exhibition of some kind and you suddenly think, oh, yes, I'm glad I came to see this. I quite like going by myself, actually, as well, because although I've got a couple of friends I'd go with and talk about art, I think I also quite like looking at a picture, moving on, not looking at a picture, that it's on my agenda, really, and that it's personal to me. Could be any kind of gallery, it doesn't have to be, could be in Leicester, it could be in London, it could be wherever, but I think that's quite inspiring.
So when did you last feel inspired?
I think I've been quite busy recently and I've wanted to be inspired, which is one reason why I thought, oh, I've seen this event today, I might pop along because I need to be inspired and find time. So I would say it's difficult to think back because I've been so busy with other things, which is not good. But I was talking to you about Smart I'd done, showing you Smart. I thought, yes, I really do need to get back to this and do it because you don't have anything organised. It's quite easy not to do it, if you like. Whereas you've got your class, haven't you?
yeah, and for me, it's if I do it at home, less inspired at home because I feel like, if you are in an art class, you see everyone is speaking, you just want to. But if you're at home, you have your own responsibility. But then I think like, oh, I have to do this and I have to do that. Then I think like, you know what, I will start tomorrow with that. So yeah, then I just leave it and I say, yeah, I will do it later, and then it comes never. So yeah, I think that place, yeah.
Excellent.
And that's also because we are quite busy at home,
Yeah.
lots of things to do.
So who inspires you?
Oh, yeah. Actually, not really one person, but more if I see, on social media, that inspires me. Because social media, you see lots of things, and then you want to try lots of things, but then you see another one, and you think, oh, this is also very nice. So you keep busy. So social media, I think.
Yeah, I save images from Pinterest and whatever and think, oh yeah, that'd be a good thing to follow up with. And then I don't find time to do it. But also the lady where I went to a course and I like seeing what she's done. And I think, oh yes, I must get back to that. It certainly was quite inspiring. But music as well, I think, actually, song lyrics, as I mentioned earlier, can be quite inspiring.
What does the word community mean to you?
It's important. I think it's important. You need people around you. Otherwise, you feel lonely, So community and share your own things. The nationality is maybe not important, but for me, it's of course it's nice to have your own culture, to be with your own, own people, like you say. I don't want to say old people, but it's easier, to share things.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it's not important, but still, I think it's still important. Even if we say, yeah, it's no big deal. You can hang out with lots of kind of people, but it's not, because still you miss it. Your own things, your own language, for example, your own culture. So yeah, community is important. I don't know.
I think it could be a number of things. I think it could be, a geographic community, like you might say, Oadby's a community. Well, less so now, historically, much more so. But it could be a community of like-minded people who are interested in a particular hobby, if you like.
Oh, like that. Yeah,
Um,
also.
like I said, I mentioned did family history research. I think there's a community of people who are interested in that hobby. It could be other hobbies.
That's also.
There's a world of like tennis players, if you like. I think there's a sense of community there. Um, and you have community centres. Well, they're sort of typically a centre where people who live in a particular area can go and share feelings and refreshments, and often combat loneliness, actually. I think in those sort of centres, they're often a bit age related as well, I think. Although obviously community centres for families, younger children, etc. as well.
So my next question about community is, who is your community?
Yeah. I mean, I don't live for a long time now here, so my community actually, who wants to come in my life? That's my community, actually.
That's a nice way of describing it.
I mean, it's not easy to met people, if you don't go anywhere, if you don't go to courses, or if you don't walk. So you don't have really big communities, because you don't met someone just on the street. So, I mean, I have my own people, because when I came here, it's like this. I'm going to explain it. If I know someone and she introduced me to another friend, so the community starts like that, because I didn't know no one here and I was not working, so it was not easy at the beginning. So that's why I enjoyed also the courses, so I can meet people. So yeah, it starts like that. So I always say, it comes in my life. It's my community, so yeah. But I have a big community now.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think we're opposites in quite a lot of ways, and yet clearly we share this inspiration and the art background. I think my communities would be like linked to the hobbies that I've mentioned, and friends. I haven't got any family at all. I haven't got children, brothers and sisters, parents, nothing. No, so I rely very much on friends and community groups and hobbies to, have a kind of life, really, if you like, because it's very, very different. But some people feel family isn't everything, and some people feel family is very important. But to me, friends are everything, basically. So I'd say they're very much my community.
So I have also family members here, so friends is also for me. So why not? It's my community actually. Yeah. That's it.
It's a really nice way of putting it. The people that I meet are my community.
Yeah. Who are coming in my life is
Yes.
my community. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one last one. So, do you have an inspiring community?
Yes, actually, I think I have. I mean, I learned so much from them. So many hard workers around me, and yeah, I learned so much. And they show even this event I have from a friend. So as you can see, very inspiring.
I think it's actually not very good to have people around you who aren't inspiring. You know, I think people who are negative drag you down. So, you know, I don't link myself really with, as far as I can, with people who aren't inspiring because it's exhausting actually. So I like people who, you know, have got ideas and go out and do things and want to do things.
I mean, I hang out lots of times, you know, with people. What like if I can learn something from them, these kind of people. So I like to hang out with these people. So yeah, that inspires me.
Yeah.
They teach me things, and I think then you can grow.
Yeah.
And you learn from the world.
So my final question.
You said that a minute
Sorry,
ago.
this isn't a question. Is there anything else that you would like to add or say about inspiration, creativity, community, anything at all? Is there anything?
Let your imagination go. I mean, yeah, art is big. So,
Try new things, I think. I mean,
always.
when I was showing you what I tried, I'd never
Nice.
tried it, and I know watercolour painting or it isn't for me. And I thought, well, this looks something different, so get out there and try it. Like, I saw this event, I didn't know what it was about. I thought, oh, I'm interested in art, so just drop in. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, you know? You stay 2 minutes and go home, but I met you,
Yeah.
and it was really nice because, you know, you inspired me to stay actually, because I might have gone home otherwise, because, you know, you're not inundated with crowds and whatever. I didn't know what to expect. Yeah, get out and explore opportunities, and you don't have to go with somebody else. A lot of people, oh, I haven't got anyone to go with. Go by yourself, you know.
Yes, that's important. Don't sit at home and make yourself miserable. Just go out and discover.
That's a good way to finish it. Just go out and discover.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.